Welcome back and good evening, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining in on my channel tonight. There's a couple sheriffs parked out over there, and I was very careful going by them. So I was like, I hope there's nothing crazy going on in the gym tonight. Looks like there's a couple cars here. So I don't know. Maybe they heard some loud grunts or groans and the neighbors complained, so they ran over. Hey, you never know. So we're going to be doing back tonight. Going to be starting off with bent over barbell rows, just like last time, and I'll do T-bar rows, then we'll do some deadlifts, and basically the same protocol as last time. We're going to try to go up and weight a little bit. The dumbbell bent over rows, I'll start a little heavier than I did last time because I felt it does. I mean, obviously it takes twice as long to do the bent over dumbbell rows because you're only doing one arm at a time. We'll do that, do the wide grip pull downs and that seated close grip. It's like a T-bar row, but you're using a cable. I'll be doing that. And so, yeah, I'll be trying to go up in weight and everything. I will be using my belt today. Also wanted to comment the fact that we almost have hit 25 subscribers. We're 24 right now, and my wife and I have been pushing the YouTube shorts of the long form workouts. And yeah, it's in the related videos on the shorts. It all pushes back to the long form content. So it's really cool. It's like you get a dopamine spike when you see the amount of people that are watching those shorts when they upload. It's like, whoa, wow, look at that. It's crazy. Really cool. And so I really appreciate all the views out there. And yeah, let's push towards I mean, I know we're almost at 25 subscribers, but yeah, let's push towards that 50 mark. I know we're a small channel, but it's cool to see our little community grow. And so, and then there's a few of you guys out there that I chat with over the comment section, which is a lot of fun. And so it's really cool. It's a fun community to be able to expand and then to be able to grow in. So yeah, really, I feel really blessed by that, really rewarding. And so it's really cool. Can't say enough good things about it. So Amazon affiliates is finally all set up. I'm starting to go back through my old videos and I'm putting those links in there, getting that all set up. I'm going to be reaching out to bodybuilding.com soon and see what happens there as the channel continues to grow. But yeah, lots of potential fun ways to make income around channels and stuff. You can open up some other social media platforms and pump your YouTube shorts out to that. I mean, obviously, if it's a YouTube short, I think you have to, I don't think you can like just send a YouTube short to other channels and think it's like, we create the shorts before we upload them to YouTube. And so I think when you have the, like we use DaVinci Resolve, right? And so we create them there. So if that's the case, I mean, we own, since I bought the pro version of DaVinci Resolve, we own that editing, not editing app, but that editing program. And so if we create the shorts there, then when we create more platforms, we can pump those shorts there, which ultimately then push people back to the YouTube channel, which is where everything started for me. And I got into YouTube years ago. And have followed a lot of people on there. Our Aaron Knightley, another shout out to him. He's the biggest reason why I wanted to finally get out of my 9-to-5 job and start building my own dream. I ended up hearing someone say the other day, it's like, if you're building someone else's dream, you're not building your own if you're keeping it inside. And I'm like, that really hit home for me. I'm like, man, I mean, how many of us out there have dreams of ours and people call them pipe dreams and it's a waste of time and it's a fool's errand is what, you know, people would say back in the day, or it's foolish to be able to pursue them. And I'm like, why? I mean, it's like, well, there's security in normal work. I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, we're all pretty replaceable in a job within, 72 hours. I've gotten a lot of this stuff from Aaron Knightley. Once I followed his stuff on YouTube, that's what planted the seed for me to start my own dream, to finally start my own YouTube channel and get affiliates set up and all these different things that you can do around it and create. It's like there's another affiliate that I've another thing that I've reached out to. I think it's called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee, and I'm trying to get that set up right now. And I had to create to get a business license in Washington. I'm waiting for the code to come back so I can get that whole thing situated there and started. And a lot of this stuff I'm learning as I go. I mean, I had no idea. I mean, a business license, I didn't know you needed that. I mean, that's crazy. I thought eventually I'd have to have a business license eventually when I would make that legacy belt that I want to make. That's old school. You'd have to get like a business license, and then you'd have to get insurance for it so no one gets hurt or anything. But I all of a sudden like, cool, already step one is done. I have a business license that's coming. That's so cool. So we can get other things going and moving there. So really exciting times as my wife and I investigate. I'm using Chat GPT a lot of this stuff. It's like our personal little administrator and our little know-it-all at home that we can use to help push us forward with the things that we don't clearly understand and yeah, keep moving forward. So really exciting times. So we got 2 sheriffs here and now we got a security guard going in here. Probably see me in here and wondering what the heck I'm doing when my light's on and looks like I'm talking to myself. So, all right, on that note, guys, I will see you in the gym in just a second. Appreciate you guys. All right, so we've already done our first set of bent over barbell rows at 95, just warming up. And now my second warm-up set, I'm going to be using 135, probably for about 12, and then we're going to move up. Doing kind of a mid grip here. Okay, moving on to our next set here. So 185. Moving on to our next set. I got 225. I got my belt on now. Okay. Probably gonna do about 8 to 10. Let's see what this feels like. So it already feels tighter. I felt good. Okay, I had 275 on here. I think we got about 5 or 6 last time. With the belt, everything feels really good. We're gonna go up, see how this feels, and then think about moving up in weight. All right, let's do this. Okay, we're going up a little bit. Going up to, what is this, 295? See what that feels like. I'm gonna try to get 5. Yeah, that was heavy. I felt good though. All right, doing some T-bar rows now. Started off with 45, and then 90, and then 3 45 plates, and now we're to the 4th. So warming up, and once I get beyond this set, I'll start using my belt. Not gonna, my wraps are on, but I'm not gonna use them for the set. Feeling pretty good. Remember, the most dangerous part of this movement is getting out of it from the bottom. So watch your back, keep it straight. Really try to get down in there when you pull it up. So that the bottom movement, just getting it off the floor, is harder than the whole movement itself. Okay. Let's move up. Just start to use my belt now for these. Fifth 45. Okay. That felt good. All right, going up to 6 plates and put a 10 on there. So 10 pounds higher than last time. We did do more reps. We did 15 reps with 5 plates, so that was higher than last time. So we'll see what this one feels like. That was heavy. Okay, now we're moving on to deadlifts. Start with 135. Remember what I was saying last time? When you're going up, make sure your back is feeling like it's kind of arched a little bit. And when you're going up, use your shins as a guide, and then over your knees, and then go back down. I mean, that's just the way I do it. It's just safer for me, because it encourages me to keep my back straight, almost kind of arched. Then I'll never kind of bend over like that. The reward of this movement is great. You get strong in this is like an overall power movement to where everything else gets stronger in your routine. And so, but if you're not careful, yeah, there's a reward, but there can be a huge risk. So you have to be really careful not hurting yourself. So, all right, let's get started. Yeah, that actually already feels heavy. My back is spent. Okay, how good the lighting is here. We're getting there. Getting pumped. On to 185. The sets are already feeling pretty heavy since we did the first 2 exercises, but that's okay. There's a lot of the same kind of stuff done in that same movement. So that's okay. Not the end of the world. Okay. I'll keep my thumbs on top of the bar so I don't rub them. Rub them. Okay. All right, we'll go to 225. See what the light looks like over here. Okay. I think we'll stop there so we can move up. We used 275 last time. We'll go a little heavier than that. 295 here. It's funny, one of my subscribers, I actually watch his videos too. The kid is like 20, 21, and his deadlift is over like 500 pounds. It's like, geez. I think the best I ever did back in my day was I did 405 for reps, maybe 5 or 6 reps. I tried to go to 455 and I didn't get it up. But I was like, man, 20, 21 years old and you're like deadlifting 500 pounds? He told me he grew up on a farm, and I'm like, that's crazy. That's that farm strength. My dad always used to work at his uncle's farm during the summer. They had a dairy farm. So lots of hard work, going out well before light, milking the cows and cleaning the stalls and everything. It's crazy. Okay. Man, if you put me in a runway with this, the flexibility, I could take off with this. Get some serious speed. All right, let's get serious. No funny business. I forgot my belt. That's okay. We'll use the belt next time. Okay. Hopefully the light's good. See it a little bit. There we go. Get the veins coming out. As I get leaner, I can see the veins in my arms more. How did Arnold do it? You can see the light. Okay, moving on to 110. I think we used 105 last time. So, all feeling good. We'll move up. Whew. Man, I feel heavy on that arm. Moving up a little bit. I think I know why that last set was so stinking hard. Because I was placing my hand on the lower dumbbell rack. So I was a lot further over. So, okay, let's see what we can get with this. Try to do 8. Yeah, 130, 135 here. Okay, we'll go up. Last one of those. Okay, moving on to some wide grip pull downs. Let me do the wide grip ones, and then I'll do the seated close grip rows. I'm not gonna do the close grip T-bar pull downs tonight. I'm feeling pretty spent. So, okay, start with these. Starting with 100 pounds here. And when I do these, I am pulling up, but I am touching my chest. The last set or so, if I'm going really heavy, I might heave and hoe a little bit, but I honestly don't care. If I'm gonna cheat a little bit at the end of there when the good form is gone. It's the same thing with the barbell cheat curls. Once I can't do good form anymore, I'll swing a little bit, just enough to keep the bar going, and then monitor how my back feels, so I don't pull my back. So I'll try to do different angles of this so you guys can see I'm coming down and trying to touch my chest, so I'm pulling up like this. Move up to 140. One thing I'd also like to point out about this exercise, a bodybuilder, you guys probably have heard of him before, Kai Green. I love the way he described this. It's basically when you do this is like your back double bicep pose, because you come down, you flex your rear delt. And so he'd actually do it as a rear delt movement, because when you come down, your rear delts pop out. And I'm like, this is your rear double bicep pose. I'm like, or back double bicep pose. I'm like, I like that. So sometimes I'll actually do this a little lighter as a rear delt movement. And two, when it comes to certain exercises, everyone's got their own opinion. There are easier ways to do this. There are ways that probably build muscle a little bit better. I've gotten a lot of great results out of doing this. As you go heavy and I'm swinging a lot more, I mean, is the form perfect? No. How did Jay Cutler call his form in his videos? This is, my form is sloppy, but it's controlled. And a lot of exercises are kind of like that. When I do the bent over rows, it's kind of like a bouncing movement. So people might say, hey, that's not strict. But I'm like, well, you're right, it's not. But I get great results out of what I do. I can use a little bit more weight. So I guess you could call it ego lifting. That's fine. But it does give me good results. I play things by ear, and when things get heavy, if I feel things like if my back is too tired, I'll stop the exercise or I'll move on. Like the other night when I was doing legs, I did seated calf raises and I was going to do standing, but normally I would do my calves first. I did them at the end of the workout. And from all the stabilizing movements in my calves from doing squats and hack squats and the pendulum squats, my calves are already kind of shot. So when I got to do the seated, plus already being exhausted from the rest of the workout and not doing the calves first, it's like I'd pre-exhausted them. So once I got done with seated calves, I eliminated the standing calf. I planned to do it, but then I didn't. It's the same thing with this one. I'm not doing that close grip pull down. And you can change things up. If you're feeling tired, switch things up, play things by ear. There's nothing wrong with switching the order of your exercises. If you want to, like mentally, you want to do something a little different. Keep the spark going, kindle the fire. Like maybe next time I'll do the T-bar rows first. Because I thought if I did them first, maybe I can do 6 45s and put a 25 on there. But I thought, 5 plates, I did 15 reps with that, and I'm like, I'll put another 45 and a 10, and then I still think we got 12 with that. So next time we might do another 10, or just throw in a 25. Deadlifts were good too. Went up by 20 pounds. I forgot to use the belt, but that felt really good. Last time I probably could have done more. I only used 275, but I was going really slow on those, so just getting back into the deadlifts, playing things by ear, and yeah, just having fun. Trying to progressively overload every time, and if I don't, then I can switch up exercises just to make it a little bit more exciting if I plateau, or take a couple days off, maybe need some more rest. Right now it seems like my body's resting a lot more. For my second back workout, I felt really rested. All the numbers so far have gone up. Felt really good. Got a lot of good food in for the day. The benefit of working out at around 9 to 10. Sorry, music's so loud in here. Got other people lifting tonight. Hopefully we can edit this out so it doesn't violate any copyrights. It's the only bad thing about music. I would leave it in the video. There's a lot of cursing in this music too, so. Like I said, I try not to curse in my videos. That's the interesting thing about the new generation. I don't know if it's Gen Z. I think the newest Gen Z. A lot of new guys on YouTube that are young. They F this and F that, and I'm like, man, back in my day, it's like people would tell you, hey, don't swear. It's unprofessional. But I guess times change, I'm not going to do it in my videos. I don't care what anyone says to me. So, I'm 37, and that's the way I grew up, and I'm like, I don't want to share that kind of stuff in my videos. There's no point to. I don't need to swear to sound impressive. I'll let my body do the talking. All right, we got 180 now. Let's shut up and do this. Ooh, getting heavy now. So now as this gets heavier, now I'm gonna swing. A little bit, just a little bit. Just to keep it going. Last rep I couldn't touch my chest, it's okay. Nothing wrong with doing a little bit of sloppy form at the end. Make sure it's, as Jay Cutler said, sloppy but controlled. Be careful. You're gonna do any swinging, just be mindful. I'll start with 100 pounds this time. I love this one. It's such a deep stretch. I just wish I had longer legs. And two, when you're doing this movement, some people, they go like this, and then don't go anymore. But you can go deeper if you want to, get a bigger stretch. And honestly, when you start getting tired, there's nothing wrong with going forward. And it's like I said, sloppy but controlled. Be careful. Obviously, you don't want to turn this into like, basically like a flinging around movement. You don't want to hurt yourself. But yeah, lots of different ways to do this exercise. Some people will just kind of preach that there's only one right way to do it. And I don't necessarily believe in that. I know it's nice to take sides and pick sides and where you stand on your opinions and ideas of something. But when it comes to lifting, there's a lot of different variations that work. A lot of Jay Cutler's methods over the years, people used to say, hey, he trains like dog crap, but it worked well for him. Same thing with a lot of Ronnie Coleman stuff. People say, oh, when he does his hammer curls and then like he's going all the way up. I'm like, well, he's still got 24-inch arms, so he's doing something right. It works for him. So, I mean, just because you have perfect form in something, you don't have the genetics. I don't care how good your form is or how good you eat. Genetics are everything. I honestly think when it comes to bodybuilding and powerlifting as well, your genetics are probably 90%. The rest is eating, sleeping, and training. It's like, you have a lot of those guys that have, monster arms, and you watch them like, dude, they train their triceps poorly, and their triceps are huge. I forget the one big, huge guy that used to compete, Rolly Winkler. Remember one of his articles that he was doing? He said, yeah, it's like my triceps just grew. A lot of guys got jealous of me in the gym because I barely did anything with my triceps, and then they grew. While other people were stronger triceps, perfect form, and their arms, just genetics are everything. I mean, people could preach that hard work will basically win over genetics. But I mean, if you have good genetics, but you're not going to work out or do anything, I can understand how your work ethic and hard work would then win over that person if the other guy's not doing anything. So, genetics are everything. You could, before you ever picked up a weight in your life, you might have a 19-inch calf by just walking on them, versus someone like me who's got powerful, powerful calves, worked them out for 21 years, and I mean, my calves are maybe 17 inches, maybe. I mean, I have good lines in my calves, and the leaner I get, the bigger my calves look, which is cool. But they're not Arnold-sized calves. So, sorry, it's almost midnight. Like I said before, things get crazy after midnight. Man. Okay, moving up. We got 160 last time. We'll go to 200. It felt really good. This will be our last set here. We will call it quits. Remember what I was saying before too, like when this gets heavy like this, you can put your feet up here and let your weight just slowly pull you down. Be mindful of your back. There we go. Man, we went up 40 pounds there. Doing things once a week now is, maybe that's my trick of the trade. Not doing everything twice a week like I was before. I'd stay pumped more, but it was harder for me to progressively overload. I know scientific studies would say it's better to work out 2 times a week and then lessen your volume, distribute your volume in between 2 workouts. But the only problem when I do that is my joints. My joints do not recover in time. So I don't care what anyone says. Maybe I would get better growth if I were to lessen my volume and distribute it between 2 workouts. But my joints don't like it. Well, that about wraps it up. I appreciate you guys following along. And just if you guys like the video, please take a second and like and subscribe and comment to boost that algorithm in there. And yeah, our disclaimer, remember, I'm not a doctor. Just in case I forget to put that disclaimer in our description of our videos. Also want to do a shout out. We just made 25 subscribers tonight. One of my buddies here, Alex. Just a shout out to you, Alex. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much for subscribing. And yeah, it's awesome. It's incredible to see the channel keep growing. So yeah, here's to 50 subscribers coming up. We're going to keep trying to, my wife and I are still trying to get shorts out, make shorts out of the long form content of the videos. And then as time goes on and progresses, I'll probably try to do more shorts of the my step count and the calorie tracker that I take while I'm locking my food. Actually, you know what? Let me just look it up right now because I use a free version. There's a lot of people use MyFitness, and I'm like, I don't want to use that. So yeah, it's called My Net Diary. That is the one that I use. I use a free version, and it's cool. I can put in my breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I don't know if you guys can see that on there. It'll show you. Pretty cool. Yeah, I set my calorie budget. It kind of seems like every dollar kind of seems like the Dave Ramsey, the app, but it's not. It's calorie budget, not your financial budget. So yeah, it's really cool. You can put all your stuff in there. The only thing with the free version is that you cannot put your macros in there. If you wanted a specific macro count, so if you wanted 200 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of protein, you're not allowed to do that unless you upgrade to it. But even then, I don't know if it's maybe like $10 a month or something like that. And so yeah, lots of fun stuff. And I'll be showing you guys that a little bit more and showing the calorie counter. But yeah, my meals and everything are still pretty basic. It just kind of depends on my calories. I am trying to do 4 to 5 meals a day, but there's a lot of days I'm doing 3. And so just bigger meals. Weight right now is about, this morning, just waking up about 197.2, I believe. It was 194, I believe, yesterday. So I fluctuate usually about 3 to 4 pounds depending on the day. But yeah, trying to get to that 190 mark and then try to get down to 185. And I mean, I was telling my wife a while back, I remember being over 200 pounds when I first went to college in 2006. Yeah, crazy how long ago that was. But yeah, using the calorie tracker and the step counter, and it's pretty cool. I'll probably do some shorts off of that too, because literally when I do my steps, I'm walking around the house. I will take, I mean, it averages me probably about an hour to do 6,000 steps. So about 1,000 steps in 10 minutes if I'm pushing it. So I can get that done in about an hour, a little over an hour and a half if I push it, if I was just doing consecutive minutes and consecutive steps. It's not too crazy. I'll listen to my audiobooks when I do it. But yeah, I don't really care for doing a designated session on like a treadmill or anything like that. I don't like doing that. So I'll probably end up incorporating maybe a little bit more cardio later on, little short sessions, maybe like 20 minutes, a few times a week on a like a bike or something like that, just for the cardiovascular health. Because that's still really important. I mean, even if it's not enough to really lose any weight off of, it's still really good to exercise your heart. And so your heart's the most important, muscle of the body. The sad thing is about the heart is no one seems to care too much about it until it starts to give them problems. Then everyone wants to do everything, change the eating, get healthy, all this crazy stuff. So I would much rather do the preventative maintenance. There you go. Like on a building, when you do preventative maintenance around the holidays, you do stuff for the lines to make sure they don't freeze. But we're doing that for the heart. On the Amazon affiliates, if you go to my link and check any of those out, you'll see some of my sheet wraps on there, and those elbow wraps that I just got. Those were great I saw someone actually use the slingshot and use those elbow wraps. So I'm like, man, I might try that next time. I might be able to get more weight doing it. So it's fun to be able to push around more weight. So one of the buddies, one of my subscribers was joking around. It's like, I saw you use the slingshot. He says, you must be a power lifter. And I'm like, shh, don't tell anyone I'm a power lifter in disguise. And so a lot of the bodybuilders back in like the 70s and the 80s were like Franco Columbo and Arnold. They were power lifters in their off season. That's what they did. I mean, they would bulk up, 30, 40 pounds, and then they would do powerlifting. You didn't really hear of a lot of those guys back then getting hurt. And so I know Franco Columbo, I think he was doing a strongman where he was carrying a fridge. If you look up that YouTube video, it shows when he's running with, oh gosh, it's hard to watch because he's running with that and his leg kind of shoots out to the side like, oh God, nope. I was trying to show my wife. She's like, nope, I'm not. I will not watch that. And so, but yeah, most of those guys back then that were bodybuilders were powerlifters in the off season. So it's fun, People might say it's, ego lifting. I'm like, well, whatever. It is what it is. But the cool thing about a lot of powerlifters is they perfect their form. I mean, if you're a powerlifter, if you have some knowledge of it, bring someone with you. I mean, safety in numbers. I mean, be as careful as you can when you're lifting really heavy weight. You'll notice that when I do any kind of pressing movements, especially with the barbell, I don't put collars on there anymore. I got stuck under 315, and basically I was able to just kind of lean to the side and the weight shot off, and then the bar would just come up like this. So, but if I would have gotten stuck under the bar with 315, I don't know how long it would have taken me to get out, if I would have injured myself. Try to move it down your body and you're trying to flex and tense your core as you're rolling it over your ribs. I mean, your ribs are not strong. Muscle around them might be, but yeah, I don't put the collars on the barbell when I do pressing movements. On deadlifts and T-bar, not the T-bar, I don't have to worry about that. Bent over barbell rows and deadlifts, I'll have them on there, and curls or anything, upright rows. Yeah, basically anything like that, I'll have them on there. If I'm doing a military press, I'll keep them on there too because I'm not using any huge weight, and normally I can set it down. So a really good workout tonight. Bent over barbell rows. All those numbers went up. It would be nice to eventually use 315, and there's nothing like just heaving and hoeing a bunch of weight like that on a barbell row. It's so cool. And then T-bar, that went up. I had 6 45-pound plates on there and a little 10-pound plate. So we went up a little bit there, which is cool. Deadlifts, we went up about 20 pounds. We use about 295 on there for, is that 6 reps, I think? So that felt really good. Bent over, the one-arm dumbbell rows went up. Last set was 135. I still got that for 8, but I used my belt this time. So that felt really powerful. The seated cable, that T-bar cable row that I was doing, that went up. I went up quite a bit. I think my last set I used 200 pounds, and last time I used 160. So that was pretty cool. Went up there. And the wide grip pull downs, I think I used about 180. Did 12 reps for that. Didn't go up any more beyond that. I don't think I did. Unless I forgot to log what I had there. It's definitely a possibility. So yeah, back definitely takes a lot out of me, especially a lot of the off of the floor stuff. But realistically, everything in the world is probably off the floor anyway. So I'd much rather, take stuff just right up off the floor. Unless I'm doing bent over barbell rows, so I don't want to tax my back even before the exercise starts. Cool things. Like I said, shout out to Alex. Thank you so much, buddy, for subscribing. You are my 25th subscriber, and yeah, I'll figure out a way. We'll post that on there. Mile marker. We got to 25 subscribers and push on to 50. And so, yeah, exciting times. And so it's probably about, time is it? 12:22. So we are going to finish up here and we're going to start driving home. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thanks again. If you liked the video, subscribe when you get a second, and comment to boost that algorithm, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.